If you have eczema, you might want to take a skin allergy test. Eczema is so exhausting. You spend hours and hours scrolling the internet, going through a deep, deep hole thinking that there is no hope. There's also a moment where you think you possibly might have ringworm, and that's a whole thing. You feel completely devastated until you get some help and some answers. I have been there and I'm still there, and I hope that my story might help you learn about your eczema or possibly just make you feel less alone. Hey, my name is Damaris and I have eczema, and I'm glad you're here. My eczema journey is still going and I'm trying to figure things out, but I feel like I'm at the point where I don't feel hopeless anymore. It's just a condition that I have to live with, and that's okay with me. Back in May 2023, I had this extreme allergic reaction all over my body, like eczema everywhere. I was itchy, miserable, tired, and I just felt so ugly all of the time. I also didn't have healthcare when this first started, and I went to urgent care and they gave me a cortisone shot, and it didn't really do too much. When I finally got healthcare, I was diagnosed with atopic dermatitis, moderate to severe eczema in January of 2024. My dermatologist immediately put me on Dupixent, the injection pen, and gave me a non-steroid cream to use on my breakouts. Recently, I switched to the Adbry injection pen because Dupixent was giving me eye conjunctivitis. I'd wake up and my eyes would be so swollen, and like all the nastiness would just be like crusty, and it was a mess. So far, Adbry has been really working well for me. It doesn't work as fast as Dupixent, but I've been seeing really good results. I've been on it for 4 months and I think it's working for me. I haven't had any kind of like eye conjunctivitis, maybe like a little bit of like red swelling underneath, but it goes away pretty quickly, and it was nothing like my experience with Dupixent. Let me know if you'd like to learn more about eczema medication, because I would love to make a video about it. So when I was diagnosed, my dermatologist made me get a skin allergy test. I had a bunch of patches on my back that I had to keep there for 3 days, and I couldn't get my back wet. It was definitely uncomfortable and itchy, and my back kind of lit up like a Christmas tree. Essentially, I am allergic to a billion chemicals, and I can't use a lot of common products. I literally had to find new products for everything that I was using on my skin. So the chemicals that I'm allergic to, I am allergic to balsam of Peru, fragrance. One thing is propylene glycol, which is common in cosmetics, lotions, deodorants, and even freaking salad dressings. I learned that they put propylene glycol in a lot of like food, so I have to be careful when I'm eating things to make sure I don't ingest this chemical that I'm allergic to. Another big chemical that I'm allergic to is cocamidopropylbentane, I don't know, but it's common in shampoos, skincare, and basically everything a human needs to stay clean. So literally, even a lot of the sensitive skin products that I was using, I had to switch a lot of them out because I'm allergic to these things. I'm also allergic to some other common chemicals, and I'll list right here, but are you allergic to any of these chemicals? I'd love to know. I hope I'm not the only one. My understanding of these newfound allergies is my body has changed and it is now allergic to these chemicals. I may have not been sensitive to them before, but I've just been exposed to them so much that my body's like, hey, let's have some fun and make your life difficult. I will be allergic to these chemicals for the rest of my life. So fragrance-free lifestyle, that is the lifestyle for me. But it isn't so bad because my dermatologist gave me a huge list of products that I can use. So soaps, shampoos, conditioners, even makeup. I was really surprised that I was actually going to be able to continue to wear makeup. I do need to be careful though when I'm looking at products because some of the chemicals that I'm allergic to have different derivatives that they derive from. I hope that's the correct saying. But to help me figure out if a product is safe for me to use, I use this app called Skinsafe. The app is pretty cool. I pay for the subscription, so I sent them all of the things that I'm allergic to. They input it into their database. And now when I search for products, so say if I'm looking for mascara, they get to show me all of the mascaras that are safe for me to use. The only thing is, because of my allergies and all of the things that I cannot use, my products are very narrowed. I feel like half of the products that are on the Skinsafe website are items that are just not available or they have been discontinued. So I have to get really crafty in the products I want to use. Plus, the app itself on your phone isn't the greatest. I feel like it has so many bugs, but the desktop version is better. I just really like that if I'm out shopping and I want to see if a product is safe for me, it'll tell me, hey, no, you can't use this because it has propylene glycol in it. It's been a year since my skin allergy test, and I feel like I have all of the products that I need. Are all of the products that I use incredible, amazing? No, but it's what I can use that's safe for my body. My skincare, my body care, my hair care, my makeup, it's all really simple. I'm just a simple gal with eczema. Yeah. Because I've found these products, my eczema is manageable now, especially with the Adbry medication that I have. Things just are making kind of sense. I still have flare-ups all the time, but they're just not as bad as they used to be, and I'm so grateful that I'm moving past the fear and anxiety of my diagnosis and just coming to terms with it. Today I'll show you my skincare and hair care products that work for me, and just a disclaimer, just because these work for me doesn't mean that they're going to work for you. Everybody's skin is different. I highly recommend going to a dermatologist and talking to them about what is going to work for your skin. The first thing I'll show you is my CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. This is my holy grail. I use it for a lot of things. I use it for washing my hands. I use it for my body wash and washing my face. I was using this as hand soap because there are just not a lot of options for me. But I am using this Whole Foods 365 glycerin soap that I discovered, I want to say like 4 months ago, and it's been a game changer because it's so much cheaper than buying the $20 big bottle of this and putting it in like every bathroom and like every sink that I have. So this is pretty cheap and affordable, and I'm really happy. I think bar soap used to really gross me out because we used it when I was a kid, and it would just get so nasty and gross because like everybody was using it. But this doesn't bother me because it's just for me and nobody else. Usually I only wash my face with this cleanser in the evening, and then in the morning I just wash my face with water, and then I spray myself with this eczema therapy hypochlorous acid. It was really popular on TikTok for a while, and I asked my dermatologist about it, and she told me that hypochlorous acid was specifically targeted for people who have eczema and not just like acne. But this stuff is great. It kind of smells like pool chlorine, but it makes me feel like I've killed, you know, bacteria on my skin. And I use this everywhere, just not on my face, like all over. Anytime I have like a flare up, like, you know, in the arms, it's always in the arms or on the back of my neck. I use it. I love this stuff. It's great. So just a couple of spritz. It feels good, I guess. I can't really use any toner, so I just haven't found a toner that I can use. So I feel like that, you know, takes the place of that. Next up is my CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I used this before I had my allergic reaction and got diagnosed with eczema. So I was really happy that I didn't have to throw this out, because when I found out that I was allergic to all of these chemicals, I had to throw out everything, and it was quite expensive replacing everything all at once. But hey, I'm over that hump and I've got all the products I need now. So this stuff is pretty basic, pretty simple. just like the rest of my skincare. Here is another holy grail of mine. It's the CeraVe Healing Ointment. This is my slug all over product. When you have eczema and you're having like really bad flare-ups, you're gonna wanna slug yourself with Vaseline or this great, ointment. And here is my prescription ointment. This is tacrolimus. I hope I'm saying that right. But this is a non-steroid cream that my dermatologist prescribed to me. And this stuff really works. You don't need a lot of it. But I will say, like, when you start using it for the first time, it burns a little bit. It gets really itchy. And then when you stop like using it, so like say your flare up has like kind of cleared up and you're good to go, and then it flares up again, then you like stop using this and you use it again, the burning sensation comes back. The burning gets really annoying, but it only lasts, at least for me, for a couple of days, and then it really helps clear up, your breakouts and flare-ups pretty well. I use it honestly weekly because I'm always going through a little bit of redness and itchiness here and there. Vaseline has been extremely helpful for me, especially when I first started getting eczema. It was like the most simple thing that I could put on my body that wasn't a steroid, that wasn't a potential lotion that had chemicals that I was allergic to. And I just use Vaseline on my lips. I usually get flare-ups underneath my lip and then like on the top, so it's kind of annoying. When I'm having flare-ups on my eyes, I put a tiny bit around my eyes. I freaking love Vaseline so much. So this is the most expensive product in my skincare. It is the SkinMedica Essential Defense Mineral Shield. The only reason why I'm using it is because I get a discount from my company. This one's okay. Before I found out I was allergic to a bunch of stuff, I was using the tinted one, and the tinted one of the SkinMedica sunscreen series is like incredible. I just loved how it kind of like smoothed everything out because it was tinted. But this stuff has a tiny bit of a white cast, but doesn't bother me. I can like buff it out. I'm really glad that I could find, sunscreens that work for me. When I got diagnosed with all these like chemical allergies, I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to find things. Like, I was so grateful that I had found, shampoo and conditioner, because I was looking at like bars. I was literally considering using the CeraVe for my shampoo, but you learn and you figure out what works for you, and then everything kind of becomes your normal, which is great. So on to hair care. Hair care was a little difficult because there's just not a lot of products that I can use, but my shampoo is the Vanicream shampoo for sensitive skin. It's okay, it lathers up, but I really have to like dig my fingers in there and make sure like I have enough water. It cleans my hair and it does what it needs to, but it just doesn't have that extra zhuzh that normal shampoos have. This though saved my hair because I was using the conditioner version of the Vanicream, but I found this Polish Choice Smooth Finish Conditioner. I have nothing in this. I'm not allergic to anything in this, and it actually is like a normal conditioner. It really helped my hair a lot because I would notice like my ends were just so dry, and this was like right after I got like a proper haircut. But this has really like changed the game, and it's just a legit normal conditioner, which is incredible. Another product that changed my hair was the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Dry Shampoo, and this is the unscented, fragrance-free, because I'm an unscented, fragrance-free kind of gal these days. But I was using this Billy Dry Shampoo, which is just like a powder, and it does okay. Like it does a pretty good job of like, getting the oil out of your hair, but I just needed more, and this was my needed more. It's just regular frickin' dry shampoo, which makes me so happy because I have bangs, and these suckers get super oily after a day or two, and I'm just so happy that, I have a normal dry shampoo. Another thing I can't really use is normal hairspray. There may be some, but this is just the one that I found that works for me. So another Vanicream product, but this is like liquid. So at first I was like spraying it on and it was like super cakey and strong and just weird. So now what I do is I just spray it on my hands and I'll like rub it in, and it helps kind of like shape my hair and my bangs. I like my hair to look messy. Is it amazing, fantastic? No, but this is what I have to work with. I can't complain too much. The last thing for my hair care is this Scene Skin Caring Magic Serum for all hair types, fragrance free of course, and as you can tell I've used it a lot. So it's just a basic like hair oil. My ends, when they get dry, I feel like my hair gets dry, and this kind of helps revive it a little bit. This stuff is good. I like it. It does the job, at least. Maybe it's just like micro changes, but I notice them enough where the result makes me happy. Honorable mentions here. For deodorant, there's not a lot of options for that either. And the options are the wet deodorants. So I use Mitchum's Triple Odor Defense. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, it's for men. Don't care. It doesn't really have like a strong scent. It's sticky. For the longest time, I was using the hair dryer and I just got like lazy about it. But this doesn't make me sweat and it doesn't make me smell, and I'm very grateful because I've tried some other like similar type deodorants, and either it makes me extremely sweaty or it makes me smell. So Mitchum, my approval, thank you. And lastly, I'll show you just a couple of my makeup products. I can go into a more in-depth video and do like a whole, not eczema makeup tutorial, but just show you the products that I use because I have lots of stuff. So my eye concealer is this Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. I don't even know if this is like still in stock. I get this off of Amazon. I don't think I can find this like in a store. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if this like runs out. It's not the greatest. But it does the job, and this is like all kind of messed up. You know, I don't even know if it really helps with like the dark circles and, you know, getting rid of them, but I think it helps me mentally think that I look less tired. So we're just gonna let my brain think that this concealer is doing what it needs to do. And my mascara is L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Brown Balm. I have been really loving like brown mascara because my face flares up from time to time, so I like to go for a, you know, no makeup kind of look for day to day, because when my eyes do flare up, I don't want to look like drastically different than I am. But you know, it's what can you do? So that's it. That is the majority of the products that I use that works with my eczema and my skin allergies. Let me know if there are any products that work for you and your eczema and your skin allergies, because I would love to know. Eczema is a constant battle, but I hope that your eczema isn't stressing you out too much. I know that it feels like it will never get better and you'll never get a place where it just feels kind of normal, but I promise you will get there, you'll get over that hump, and you'll find things that work for you. Thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.